Just remember, the stuff presented by this creepy bear is from the Evolution 101 website, written by the Understanding Evolution team. Commentary by Rentafriend2000, that's me!
A single germline mutation can have the range of effects. No change occurs in phenotype. Some mutations don't have any noticeable effect on the phenotype of an organism. This can happen in many situations. Perhaps the mutation occurs in a stretch of DNA with no function, or perhaps the mutation occurs in a protein coding region, but ends up not affecting the amino acid sequence of the protein. Small change occurs in phenotype. A single mutation caused this cat's ears to curl backwards slightly. Big change occurs in phenotype. Some really important phenotypic changes, like DDT resistance in insects, are sometimes caused by single mutations. A single mutation can also have strong negative effects for the organism. Mutations that cause the death of an organism are called lethals, and it doesn't get more negative than that.
Here's what they aren't telling you. We have never observed a beneficial mutation that added information to a genome. Most mutations result in disease or death. Consider these expert opinions.
One would expect that any interference with such a complicated piece of chemical machinery as the genetic constitution would result in damage. And, in fact, this is so. The great majority of mutant genes are harmful in their effects on the organism.
But mutations are found to be a random nature, so far as their utility is concerned. Accordingly, the great majority, certainly well over 99%, are harmful in some way, as is to be expected of the effects of accidental occurrences.
Those which can be said to be beneficial, like antibiotic-resistant bacteria, actually result in a loss of structure and function. These are like getting locked in the basement during a tornado. You haven't gained anything, but by happy chance, you survive when others do not. Yet what evolution needs to have happened is a mutation which adds information to the genome. Like a guy who figures out how to make his siding tornado-proof, or a guy who figures out how to get his car to fly. But how many spelling mistakes do you have to make in the blueprints for a car before it can fly, and without passing through a phase where it explodes? When people say evolution is impossible, it's not because they don't know how it could work. It's because they know enough to know it could not work. Many evolutionists stick to evolution to fill in the gaps where a step up is impossible. It must have evolved, they argue, because there it is. This is a very common evolution of the gaps attitude. It'll show up again later in their writing.
There are some sorts of changes that a single mutation, or even a lot of mutations, could not cause.
I don't even know where to start. Suffice it to say, duh. But now we need these guys to see just how big this list is.
Neither mutations nor wishful thinking will make pigs have wings. Only pop culture could have created Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Mutations could not have done it.
So, turtles that can talk and walk on two legs, impossible with mutations. But bacteria that become a monkey who can talk and walk on two legs, science? And that a rodent became a lizard that grew wings and learned to fly is the evolutionary story they've already admitted to. So why now is flying pigs impossible? These guys pick weird times to decide what evolution can and can't do. Remember, these guys think chickens are dinosaurs. Join me next week for Part 11! Yippee!